So, good morning once again. Welcome back to today's session on Microsoft Excel for data analysis. In the first 2 days, we've learned about basic functions in Excel. We started with the basic functions. We learned named range, cell referencing, text to column, data validation, data structuring, how to remove duplicates, number formatting, conditional formatting, and logical functions, how to sort using Excel, filtering and advanced filtering, and we learn some basic statistical functions. We also look at how to get data analysis to back into our Excel. So today, we're going to look at data cleaning using Power Query and text functions. Data cleaning using Power Query and text functions. Then we look at VLOOKUP and XLOOKUP. And the VLOOKUP and NS and match, these are the same family. 2 and 3, they are just the same family. And we move to 4. 4 also, just like we have 1 for Power Query and text functions. We also look at it from the perspective here. We're going to use Power Pivot and VLOOKUP. So let's get started. And if we have time, I think we can start pivot table today, because today is 4 hours. So I think we can have more time. If possible, we can start pivot table, and so that we can be able to close this chapter tomorrow. You get me now? Okay, good. Now, when we talk about data cleaning in Excel, we use Excel text functions to modify the way our data looks. All these functions are text functions, and majorly they are used to correct 1 or 2 things in Excel in your data. So sometimes you have your data in one form, you have it in another form, and if there is need for you to change anything there, we use what is called text function. So we're going to start from with this kind of function called upper, lower, and proper form. You have your data in this form, and there is need for you to change it into a proper form, whereby you have capital letter at the beginning of every text. That is what proper form stand for. What do we do? Just type equals to proper and put the text inside, then close the bracket. Green pineapple. So you can see that now the word is looking readable, more readable than what we had earlier. Can you try it in your hand? The same thing with lower functions too. Just open the bracket and throw your text inside, then enter. Everything will come back to you in a lowercase. And same thing goes for upper. When you want all your text, you want the text to turn to uppercase. Instead of deleting and the type again, you don't need to type everything from A to Z again. You just use upper function, and then you get everything in the cap block. Is that clear? I think that is very straightforward.
Yes, it's clear. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very clear.
Then we move to trim functions. We use trim functions to remove extra space. When you have extra space in your data, for example, you have grade. I put one space bar at the back. Can you see this bar at the back? Then I come here, I write grade. I was looking for grade. Say, okay, grade. In my analysis, maybe I'm using VLOOKUP or if function. I say, okay, if this equals to this, can you see it's showing me false? Why? Because this data is not, they are not the same. There's a space. That character is counted in Excel. If I remove this space and hit enter, they become true, they become the same. So sometimes when you are looking for data and you can see that this data is there, but you cannot spot why Excel is not returning it. What do? You trim extra space off, and we use trim function for that. You just type equals to trim. open the bracket and throw inside the data and close the bracket. Any extra space will be removed. It will just leave just one space, which is the normal way to type. That is how to remove extra space. We can now wrap this. If you want to convert it to another thing, you can still convert it. You can put upper or lower or anything to still convert it to whatever form you want to convert it. That is called combo formula. That's when you combine two formulas together. That's the proper form. Trim of what you want to trim this and put it in proper shape. And hit enter. Okay, so it's going to be two brackets because there are two functions there. I have to close the trim. I also close the proper functions too. So you can see. Now, if you count this now, they will give you the right number. So let me remove all this. So that is how to use trim function. And that is the essence.
Sorry, 1 minute, please. The
Okay.
proper function. Okay, I see what it does now, so that everything aligns.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
I put it in a proper shape. Deliberately, I just use that one to show you that you can put formula in another formula. Like put two formulas inside each other. It may not be proper. It may not be proper form. It may be anything. There's situations whereby you match, you put formula inside formula to get some things out.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So the next one we look at is len function. Len. Len function is used to count the length of a text. If you look at this, somebody asks, you want to know what is the length of this? GREEN, that is 5. Space, that is the 6. PINE, that is 10. And plus apple, that is about 15 characters. So that is what len function does. Len, and throw this inside. 15. It will count the length of your functions for you. That's another way by which you can confirm if your text is the same. Like I was doing for grade and grade earlier. You can count the length to see one will be 6, one will be 5. Are you getting me? Which means they are not the same. So len is used for that. So sometimes you can say, okay, let's trim it and count what we have after trim. And now say, okay, let's count the length of trim. Want to trim this and count it after trimming. What do we get? Which means this does not have extra space, right? So let's count this down. Let's copy this down. You can see at this point, you can see that extra space are coming in. After removing the space, green pineapple now remain what? Now come back to 15. So after we remove this, so you can see the effect of the trim functions there. Even though we didn't show the trim, we are really interested in the length after trimming. That is the reason why we are not seeing the trimming here. What we are looking for is we want to find the length of the trimmed at family. What is the length of the trim at family? And that is what? That is what. So that is the len function. Sometimes you may be thinking, why do we need to count the character? Right? Someone will be thinking, why do we need to count? I'm going to demonstrate one for you as we move on in this course. Let's look at value functions. Value functions is also a text function. Is used to convert the number stored in a string form into a number. We added this number together and we got 490. And can that be correct? Looking at this 85, 459, 435, 570, and we got 490. Why? Because some of the numbers there are not numbers. They are what? They are text. They are stored as a text. You remember when we were learning number formatting? We
Yes,
said
yes, yes,
that
yes.
you can use the apostrophe to just convert your numbers to text. As it is, it's a text, and I can come here and say, okay, no, don't ignore the error. If you take away the error, and I can even return it back to this side so that it look like a number. You look at a number, as it is, it's not a number. So when you add them together, you can see that they are giving me, even this alone So there are different ways by which you can do this. If you have a long list, you can just come here and let me come here. Let me copy this. Copy and paste it. Something like this. Sometimes you can paste and copy like this. And coming here, I just coming into this place, remove this one. You can start editing it. Sometimes you just need to click inside, enter, just click inside, click enter. Are you getting me? Just click the back, click enter. But when you have a long list, how many enter you click before you reach where you are going? So there are a lot of things like that. And there are different ways in which we can check if our number is number of text. One is to use T function. If you type equals to T and open the bracket, this text in, close the bracket. If you use 0, it means your number is a number. If you return the number, it means it's text. All these ones are text. All these ones that is return number, they are what? They are text. So the same thing with n function too. N function too. If it gives you 0, it means it's a text. If you return the number, it means the number. So it means that only these two numbers were added together to arrive at 490. All these other ones, they are what? They are text. You can use all these functions with an e function. If this is text, there is text function here equals to is text. I remember an audit we went for sometimes ago in one of state. 1 billion naira was missing. We were looking for it, and we can see that there's. So I have to apply function to get where a number that is not added up. You know, when you spread the number, when you spread your analysis, it should tally with the total on the value column. The number of the spread, when you add them together, give you total. But total is not coming, it's not getting the same thing. So we have to use e function. So but okay, one number is not added up. I think it's 1 billion. It's not added up to server. We use e function. You can put this one if it's text, comma, empty. Otherwise, like this, something like this. It is if open the bracket. If this is text, comma, empty, or you can say empty. Otherwise, return this number for me. Close the bracket. So when you do like this, you can see that at the end of the day, you see where your number is missing and which number is actually not adding up. Same thing applicable to its number, just the opposite of its text. Equals to its number, put the number and close the bracket. Now, one of the way by which you can convert back to number is by using value function. There are different ways by which you can do that too, but we are going to look at just one, which is value function. Now, just drag this down. It's going to convert all the number in text back to what? To value. Can you see that? Now it's adding up normally after using what? Value function. And if you are working and you want to maintain this, just copy and paste here. Copy and paste here back to the same place. So that it will not, the formula will not thrown off. Sorry, the formula will be thrown away. If anything happens to this now, it will affect your formula again because you have changed what? So copy and paste here. So the next one after that is left, right, and the mid function. Right function, left function, and mid function. We use left function to extract some text from to extract text from a string of text. For example, from the right side, this is the left, and this is the right side. The left, this is the right from E. Now, sometimes we want to extract some text from this right side. The first 5 letters from the first 5 characters from this side. What do? We have maybe you have a list of staff, you want to generate ID, special ID for them, and want to use the five whatever, last five characters for them. What do you use for write function? Just write, and then you throw the text inside, comma. It's asking for what? Number of characters. If you this is anything, anytime you see any formula in a square bracket, it's an optional argument. Any Excel formula where you see square bracket, it's an optional argument, which means that you can use it depending on what you want to do. You can ignore it. If I ignore it now, it's going to give us just one character from the right, which is default. You get it? But because I need five, I can just type five and close the bracket. What do we have? Apple. Copy this down. You can see the five characters from the right were extracted. The same thing applicable to left functions. This inside it, close the bracket and hit enter. Because I didn't change the number, I didn't specify the number of characters I did. That's why I return just one. Let me close the bracket. I need five. You can see green. Happy. Excel. And Michael. Is that clear now?
Yeah. It is.
Okay. Now we have these mid functions too. There are times when you want to extract from the middle, not the left, not the right. Look at this. We need to extract the numbers. We want to extract these numbers from this text here. And you can see that the numbers are they are in uniform. They are in a uniform way. How do we extract them? We use what? Mid function. The difference between mid and the other two is that instead of the two arguments, we have three arguments. First one is what? Text. Cover. Since we are starting from the middle, then it's asking what number will it start from? We specify mid number. Where are we starting from? Okay, you can say okay, start from the fourth character, which is like 7 here. You can say start from 4, comma. Then how many should I count after getting to 4 characters? It's okay, count 3, and then we close the bracket. So you can see that what would have taken somebody a whole day to extract has been done with just a single formula and a single click. Now, before we move away from there, I want us to look at this together. This we have what do I call it? Let me see this. And I want to remove now I'm changing the pattern, but they still have some similarities. Sometimes they may not have similarities, they may have can have more than that, but I'm just using something simple to demonstrate some things to you also. The Now, if you look at this data this time around, they have okay, they have they look alike, but this time around, we cannot use this function and get the same thing again. Why? Because the numbers are not the same, the length are not the same, and so in this case, we are going to introduce 2 or more functions again to extract this numbers there. So just remember to remind me before we leave here. Coming back to this. Now, let's move to REPT. We use REPT to repeat something in a number of times. That's okay, even you can say REPT to repeat something. We want to repeat A. Let's say we want to repeat A, double quote, A, double quote, cover. How many times? 10 times. And close the bracket. It's going to repeat A for you 10 times. That's okay. I want to use this one. This time you can remove it. You can so you can use it to create a kind of bar chart also. Now, this is like a bar chart. Are you getting me? It's like a bar chart. I saw something where somebody used I can't remember the font where they use something like this to get very in fact it looked like real bar chart. I use something like this. I see that it's looking like a bar chart. I can't
Yes,
remember
yes.
that particular font again that the person used. Can't remember. I think is this guy. There is this guy on the LinkedIn. Like the guy. The guy has a YouTube channel that is very popular. So you just change this and the whole thing become like this. So they're able to manipulate it using the numbers and other things to create a new chart and other things like that. So, but the basic thing is just that's just the way um what do you call it works. REPT works. I can't remember it. That's not again. Don't need you. Okay, that is that. Then we move to concatenate function. Concatenate function. Okay, there's no find and this thing here. Okay, I'm going to introduce it. Fine. Concatenate function is used to join text together. We have text in different columns, and we need to we need to add them together to join something. Let's say you have Gmail somewhere, and you want to add this at gmail.com somewhere. What do? Use concatenate functions to do that. Equals to this concatenate. Sorry. Concatenate. Concat can be to text. Concatenate with multiple text. This,
Okay.
comma, this, comma, this, and close the bracket. You can see that it has joined them together. But there is an issue here that in our case, we need the space in between here. What do? We go back. After the first text, we put space, double quote, space, comma. So the comma itself is a character, and the space itself is a character here. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
Put space in this. Sometimes if you want to put comma, you can use comma instead of space also. Let's say you want to say, let's say you want to separate the surname from the other names. So inside our double quote, whatever you put inside the double quote will appear between the two names. In this case, now we put comma and space. Then we now say, okay, we go to the second one, comma again. What do we put after that? Double quote, space, comma, space. Which means that what we have done is that the first text is what? Is the surname. The second text is comma. The third text is the first name. The fourth text is a space. And the fifth text is the other name. You get me? So each one was separated by what? So but now instead of having three letters, three names here, we have what? Five different cells or text. Enter. Now we have this as the full name. If you come here now, you can see the way it is joined together. I specify that. We can also use what is called ampersand. We use ampersand on your keyboard, and you join this together. But the same problem still occur. What do? It means you are going to join space. So you join what? Double quote, space, double quote. And now the surname and space and first name and again space again and again other name. Enter. So the same thing that we did earlier, same thing we are repeating here. Are you see? But except that we didn't put comma in this place. If you put comma there, comma will also appear there. So that is how to use join, how to use a concatenate and ampersand to join text. There is a text join in the new, I think there's text join now. In the some Excel 2016 downward may not have this. Delimiter, what do you want to put at the middle? It's asking for delimiter first, which is double quote, space, double quote, comma. You can ignore empty, yes. Then select, no, sorry, start, ignore empty, that should be comma. Then we can now start picking all your text you want to join together. This, comma, this, comma, this, comma, as long as we want it to enter, we have it. We have the by using what text join. That is text join. Okay. So those are just the way by which you can join text together. Then finally we look at substitute functions. Substitute functions. We use substitute when you want to substitute something for the other. And then there are two ways by which you can do that. We have Control H. Control H will allow you to substitute. You find something and replace with something else, right? You can say, okay, find 2016 and replace with 2022. Replace all. You can see that has changed this to this. Has changed them to what? To something else. So I'm going to close it and reverse it. Control Z. So, but in the case of substitute, it allows us. I don't want all. Which cell or which cell am I talking about, or which in which order? For example, let's look at this. Let's look at this function work. Okay, in this case, I can say equals to substitute. And equals to substitute. It's asking what are the first thing it's asking for? The text. This one is what? It's asking for the text. So I can say, okay, this is the text. I love the new Toyota Camry 2016. That is the text we want to deal with. After the text, the next thing is asking for what is the whole text that I want to substitute. The old text. I can pick the old text by just type. I want to remove O double quote O double quote. There's the whole text. And I want to replace it with what? I can say, okay, I want to replace with asterisk. Double quote, asterisk, and double quote. Comma. That's all. Let's stop there for now and hit enter. So you can see everywhere we have O has been changed to what? To asterisk. But when there is the last argument is that substitute the text, comma, the old text, double quote. Let me use space this time around. Double quote. I want to remove all the space. I want to replace it what with asterisk, double quote, asterisk, double quote. And last one is what? Instance number. We have how many spaces we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can say, okay, I only want the 6th one only.
Okay.
That's the meaning of the instance number. I only want the 6th one. That is an optional argument which can help you to dig more into your formula. So you can see that all other space retained except this one only. So the space has changed to what? Asterisk at this point. It can be maybe it's only one O you want to pair. You want to change a single one. So that is where the instance number comes to play. Is that clear?
Yes.
Same thing applicable here. You can just do that. Now, let's come back to this place. I said I want to do something here. Let's look at these numbers here. EKY, A77AR, this, and this. What do? We want to extract the numbers there. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to
introduce, the first thing we'll do is use length function. Let's count the length of each of these functions. Length function. Okay, so it equals to length is, oh, sorry, I think I put the bracket. Equals to length function, put a bracket and put this text inside. So I'm going to just show you how some of the way by which you can do something like this. We have this, I've done this now. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I want to find where we have space. I say, okay, I want to use find function. Find where we have the first space. Find the first space. First space. So it's equals to find. Put the bracket, and I select this function, find this text. The find space, double quotes, space, double quotes, comma, within which text? So within this, and I close the bracket. So you can see it's 4, right?
Yeah.
That is going to be our start number. Is that clear now? That's the first.
Yeah.
You know, consider we need to read in start number. We need to know the start number. So where we're starting from each of them, and they are not the same. Now we're starting from the what? From the fourth number. But the fourth number will be space here, right? So we can just say, okay, equal to this plus 1. Are you getting me now? Because what we are looking for is what we look for earlier is a space, and we don't need to. We need the numbers there. This is going to be our first space, and then the last one would be what? We need to know where we're going to end. How many numbers do we need, right? What the number we need? So let's find second place. Find the second what? Space. So equals to find. Also use search. You have find, you have search. You do the same thing, except that find is case sensitive. So find space again, comma, within what? Within this text, comma, but we don't want the first one. We need what? The second instance number. We actually start from. We want to start from the 5th character from here. That start number. Why is it? Because if you start from the beginning, we're going to get 4. But we're going to start from what? From the 5th character now. So the next, it means the next space after that is going to be end. So now we can see where we're going to end the old. This is where we have the space. That is 7th character. 5, 6, 7. And that is what? -1 also. We only need 5 and 6 in this case, and we have 4 to 6 in this case. Are you getting me now? Now, how many characters do we need? Okay, okay, don't worry. Let me even remove this. Sorry, I think it will work without using that. Let me do this. We need how many characters do we need? We can just say equals to length. Want to need now character? We can say equals to length this minus this to give us the number we need. So you can see that if you like, this is 2, this is 3. That's wrong. There's something wrong there. Oh, I've not removed -1 from the other one. I think so. This is 7. This cannot be 2. We have 4 here. We have 7 here, and we have 9 here. There's something wrong somewhere. Let's look at it very well together. Everything cannot be 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay, maybe there's something I'm not getting right. Okay, let's look at it. Okay, we'll get what we need. No matter what, we're going to get what we need. Let's see. This formula is this is +1. This is correct. We're going to start from the 5th one. I think this is correct, right? The second one is we have gotten the second space, which is that, but the end will be -1, right? The end should
Yes.
be -1. Okay, no problem. Let's put -1 and see. -1. That's going to be the end. -1. -1. So that's these are going to end the whole thing. Now, if we say let's start with our formula and see what we are going to use. We know what we did now. Equals to mid function from this text, right? Comma. Where are we starting from? From here, right? Comma. If we stop here, what will we get? Let's see first. Okay. Number of characters should be this minus this. Sorry. It's supposed to be this minus this. A normal day. Let's see what we get first. And close the bracket. 77. Don't look what that one is correct. That one not correct. This is the 3. This is 3 characters here. This is 3. This is 3. This is correct. This is correct. But the first one is not correct, and the last one is not correct too.
It's only the last one that is not correct.
Eh? No, the first one is not correct. It's not correct. If you look at it, it's 3 characters. It's just because the next one is a space at the back of it. Are you getting me now? That is,
Okay.
let's check it. This is 3. There is space at the back. It's not looking to correct. You get me? So we are getting the same thing. Okay, let's see. Maybe there's something wrong with the formula. But the first one is correct. The second one is so this one, the space here. Oh. We have 5. This cannot be 5. The second one cannot be 5. From this place, start from here. Find space from this text, start from here. From the 5th character. Okay. I've seen where the error is. You know, I've removed this space from here. This is 5th character, starting from here. But why do we have 5 here again? This cannot be 5 again. This should be 6. Okay, because I have also removed 5 again from -1 again from it. Wow. Okay, let's check now. Voila. What is happening again? I don't know. It's like my mind is not coordinating at all. So that's just the way by which we use learn functions. So we use, I think I'm getting something wrong somewhere here. We have the first one is the 5th, is 4th. This is correct. The second one should be 7, which is a space there. This is space there is 7th space. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 space, right? And 7 from 9. 7 minus 9 should be 2.
Yep.
But we don't need that. But how do we get 6? We need 3 from here. There's something we need to do. That is -1, right? That's what I did earlier. Because what we have here is 7. The end of our this thing, the end of the number should be this space -1. That should be the end of this number, right? It should be this -1. That is where this number is going to end. So, and this one also is 7. The 7 should be 6 minus 1. That is where the number is going to end. Right? It should end after this 1. It should end at the back of this 1. Back of this, that should end also. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Or is there any space at the back here? No space here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That is 9. So I think where I'm getting wrong is the number of characters that we want to extract. I think this is also correct. These two are also correct. This is but I think I don't need. I may not use this len function here. This is the if I remove this, I think I can get what I want here. The number of characters I need can be, you can use this equals to this minus this. Can give me 2. I think this is what I'm supposed to do instead. Can you see now? This is what I'm supposed to do. This is what I'm supposed to do. The second one minus the first one. This will give us what we want. Exactly. This is correct now. Bam. Can you see now? So sometimes those are the things sometimes you use numbers. That is the essence of this number here. Can you get now? And this is where we use these numbers now to extract what you want from within this text. I think you get it now. We do find the first one, find the second one, then we'll find the space. The second space, we'll find the difference between this and this to get the number of numbers we need. The numbers we need is actually the difference between this and this. This is 7, this is 5. 7 minus 5 gives us 2. This is 7, this is 4. It gives us 3. This is 8, this is 5. It gives us 30. And this is 6 and 5. We got 1 from this column. Okay, so that is just the first part of our learning. I'm going to cut this video on the text function now. That we've gotten to the end of what? The text function now. I'm going to look at Power Query or data cleaning too. Thank you.